Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to share with you my mid-year planner and journal lineup. So grab yourself a beverage and let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Natalie of Coquette Natalie, and I love to talk about planners and stationery. I thought it was, mid-June and be a great time to talk about what I'm using still in my lineup and what I'm going to be bringing into my new system starting in July to the end of the year. And I've been kind of keeping up with you on things I have been using and not been using, so you do have a good idea. But I wanted to go over some of my journals first because they really have been working for me, and these two are kind of like my main systems. First off, so let me show you this. Let's move this aside. My 5-year journal. I love this so much. The A6 size is just perfect for me. I love that it's held up pretty well. I use this every day. I have my Betty White stamp for my friend. I was gonna stick it in here somehow. What I haven't done, which is actually, I haven't used this right side for anything. I've been kind of scared to, but yeah, I pretty much have written in here. If I didn't write in here, I did use my Leuchtturm notebook when the time I was in the East Coast. So I still have to transfer some of the daily things from here into here. I haven't done that yet, but I've been really consistent with it. I really like it. And I think I want to do more. What's going to be interesting is next year, how I use this and how being able to read what I wrote for the previous year on here will be key. And so I do kind of want to start to add more little things over here, maybe nothing too bulky, but I think it'll be really fun. And I'm not sure yet if I'll be getting another cover. It just depends on what's available at Hobonichi. So this is the Search and Collect cover. I think this came out maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I loved it in the beginning, and it's made especially for the 5-year Techo because it's a little bit bigger. But I think you could also use a smaller A6 in here. And I think what I like about this cover is that it makes me happy to use it. And I haven't had any problems with the wear and tear here. I know some people have had issues. Maybe after a few more years it will be from opening it so much. So I'm hoping that we'll have, a miracle will happen and tariffs will be lifted and we will be able to buy covers individually. But sometimes JetPens also sells individual covers. So I'll just keep a lookout and maybe have an additional cover on hand. But otherwise, this is working really well and I really love it a lot. I love changing. Well, one of the things I do is I change the color each month. I've been sort of semi-consistent, not completely, so I tried my best, and I have a few colored inks coming. So I'm gonna try and change my ink a little more in my pen. Been kind of lazy about that, but I do like that right now. I am using the Kaweco, and I've got the cartridges from my last stationery haul, where right now I have this burgundy color in here. And so I can just use this to change colors to use in here, which I have been doing, which is great. So that's my 5-year Techo. This is my Louis Vuitton Emily cover, and I got this last summer in Beverly Hills. So I use inside here the 2026 horizontal common planner as like my creative journal and notes. And so inside here I use Sterling ink stuff, so I do my little journaling here. I have like inspirational quotes, but kind of like not everything is filled out, but I do my best to. I think April I was busy traveling, but yeah, I'm going to continue that in here. Summer is kind of odd because obviously I'm not really working every day at my desk and doing creative things. So when I can, I'll write in here, but then I think when it gets back to like August, September, I'll be back in here filling out the rest. Notes for things, and I use stickers from Sterling Ink in here, so that's been really fun. And I feel like this size, I think I have stickers back here. Yeah, I do have. I put like this weekly stickers back here. I use an Erin Condren pencil clip, so I can put my fountain pen in here. So I do that since this doesn't have a clip, so I use that, and it's been great. So this color actually matches really well. It's from last year's muted collection. I don't think they have that color this year. They're much more brighter, but Yeah, I like how everything fits in here. I have my Sterling ink stickers and everything is compact. So when I do want to take notes, I can take it with me downstairs or, you know, in bed, at the TV, whatever. So I like doing this, just collecting my notes for creative stuff and ideas. And so this is what I'm using for that. So it's a mix of my creative journaling inspiration, sort of like how I want to set my intentions for the day creatively. It's really helped me find my creativity again after, I want to say 30 some years of being a designer, working in the industry, and now sort of working on my own. I just want to like have a space to like put things in here, and it's been really good. That said, I've also I really got this Hobonichi A6 as sort of a spillover because this is very small to write in for the day. I do have a previous video of my journaling system where I did use my Archer and Olive, and I still use that. And that's more for like my own personal things. If I want to write more, like 3 or 4 pages, I kind of go in there and I add stickers in that I like, and it's much more personal. And this one is going to continue to be sort of like a part like fun planner, memory plan for things, and I put photos in and I have washi tape and just kind of like play with this one. I don't know if that makes sense. I can write in here if I want. If I feel like creatively I can't fit everything in here because everything's in this, in this little space here again, which has been really great to kind of get me and my feet wet into journaling, that I don't have to worry about filling a whole page, but sometimes I do want to. And this is just really handy, and I can just sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's in a way I want to use this more to like maybe be like morning pages. I may not be doing this now, probably not till, this is an April start, so I don't have to worry about finishing out this year. Probably like in September, once my daughter's in college, I'll be using this sort of like just to write more. But right now I'm just using it as like a fun thing, trying out washi tapes and sticking things in and putting photos into memories. So I'm using that temporarily for now. So these 3 are kind of my system that I want to continue. And then what I'm adding in, if you saw my last video, the Hobonichi Techo Avec starting in July. And this will be like a creative journal. So that's why this one will be more writing, and then this will be more, I'm not sure what, but we'll see. Definitely going to use this on vacation for like memory planning. And I think this is just, it's really fun for me. I miss using my Han, and I really want to kind of dive back into Hobonichi. And I think this Avec version that's smaller, the binding is really good. I love Sterling ink so much, but I just don't want to date everything. This keeps me like on it with the dates. So I'm gonna have lots of fun doing this, and then I can do like what I love doing here with the memory planning here and using the Coffee Monsters Co. stickers on here. So not really for like my weekly plans, but just kind of fun memory planning in here. So this will be kind of like memory planner slash journal slash like, I don't know, just fun stuff in here. Okay, so the Hobonichi is sort of like my memory planner journal, and we'll see how this works out, that if I end up using this more, I may not be using this more as like writing so much, but we'll see how that goes. But I am using my Hobonichi Weeks, and this is sort of like, and I'm not sure how I will move that into here or not, but I do have things in the back, like my Coffee Monsters Co. things. This is like my fun planner and my health planner, because I do have stuff for my health in here. And then when I travel, I tend to use this as my like actual planner for things, because I feel like this is so conducive for traveling that you're able to like, write in activities you want to go to, or like places, restaurants you want to go to, and have your reservations in here, that when you're there, you can just open it up to that week, and it's so compact and easy to go. I'll obviously take out all these like stickers that I've stuffed in here, but yeah, I really love this Hobonichi Weeks. I'm looking forward to using this going forward for the rest of the year, especially for like workouts and swimming that I want to just pick back up again this summer. The weather is just really beautiful here, and I want to get more fit, honestly. So I'm going to try and do that. I did succeed on my goal from last year, where I worked really hard to lose 10 pounds. So I accomplished that goal, and now I just want to kind of build more muscle and strength. And So that's my next goal. So this is helping me with that. So this is not really a journal, but it's still kind of like in between a planner and like fun stuff, if that makes sense. So that's kind of like my Hobonichi Sternly Ink ecosystem here. And now let's move on to planners. This is my Trifold journal, which I picked off Etsy. I will leave a link down to everything below. And I've also got a bunch of videos that pertain to each of these videos. So I'll leave them all in the description as well if you want to check it out more deeply. And in this one right now, this is kind of like my Louise Carmen dupe. I have in here an Erin Condren insert thing, which I love. And then I have the small Carmen from Laurel Denise. And what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to start pre-planning like the whole year. Like I have my daughter's university schedule, so I'll know like midterms and stuff. So I'll have an idea because obviously I have to move her in, and then at some point in May I have to move her out of the dorms. So like all this stuff can go in here. So that'll help me when I do my home planner. And this is also good then for on the go. And I like that. And then this is from Laurel Denise as well. It's sort of a grid journal. And I just want to use this for scratch notes if I need to. I've actually ripped out some pieces of things in here, but I just want to something quick and dirty I can write quickly in here. And this is my budget planner from Erin Condren. It's a petite planner. I love this so much. Let me find some. So this is like, you know, how like a month goes. I've already used stickers. These are hand cam plan washi dates. So I have it all set for the month, for the whole year. And I have been using this. This is my first time really using a budget planner. I typically basically did stuff in Google Sheets before, but I can do this really quickly and transfer it in, and then I transfer it onto my computer. And it's really helpful for me to write it out really quickly with receipts. So I really like this. And so that's my little system here. Mostly I open this up to use the budget planner. So that's that. It's really cute with all the charms. So I really like this. I'm not sure. We'll be going to Paris next month. My daughter wants to get a Louise Carmen, but I'm still not sure if I really want to get one or not. We'll see when I get there. Okay, and for home, I use two planners. I have right now, I'm going to show this up. So this is my system for home. And previously, from the beginning of the year, I was using the Laurel Denise Small Scout. I have plenty of Plan With Me's. You can check that out. I really love this. But what I really love doing is like decorating, and I had this whole, you know, timeline, drop off, pickup. I'm not going to have that anymore. So I really felt like I really didn't need the weekly like pages on there. So I moved myself into the new Luna, and I started to try out for the month of June. I have a whole video on this, using this as a sort of a home dashboard, and it's been great because basically I have it on my desk like this on my planner stand, and I see the whole month. I start adding in, you know, dates and appointments as they come up, and you can see I've accomplished more things because I can see it on here. I'm able also to accomplish my cleaning stuff. I like this on the flip side. I'm starting to plan out stuff for France. We're going on the tail end of France to Paris. So we've been there many times and just want to think of some other different things to do because we're not really going to museums and stuff, and things I want to do when I'm in France in the hometown we're in. And I liked how the small scout inserts also fit in here. Just added more stuff. I need to do my packing list soon. But it's been really nice as sort of a dashboard to my home things. And when I want to brain dump, like I need something to come out of my head for home, I put it in here immediately. I can put stuff here. I mean, I have sheets for notes in here. It's been a little hectic though. Like I can look at my summer menu on things. So yeah, it's been really, really, really nice. So this is my Luna. And then the other thing I brought into my system, which I have used before, but previously only in a ring planner, is the Daily Duo. So I started this, we got 3 books as creators. So I got the other half of the year of 2027. So I decided to just dive in here. So I've been using this since May. Yeah, October matches May. So I used the month thing as like my meal planner, which actually is really nice because at that time I was using my Scout and that had my actual plans. So if we go into May, I was like, I don't want to duplicate the months from here to here. So I use this as a meal plan tracker, which was actually really nice since basically this is always folded at my desk and I go back and forth. And, you know, this is sort of like the monthly dashboard. I didn't really use this line page too much. That's okay. Then I started to really get into really using, because the new Daily Duo has the dashboard weekly pages, which I really love. So being able to have all my to-do lists for home in here, it's been so functional for me. And I'll do a more thorough flip through later, but just to give you an idea, very minimal design, like very minimal decorating. It's really functional for me. Maybe sometimes there isn't that much. I actually really love using, back here, the stencil here for like things like here for laundry, dishwasher stuff. This is like for shopping lists. So I have that. I use this a lot. I also started using, I made myself these stickers back here. Where did I use that? I just used that this month and different things. So this is this week. So here, like just to call out certain things, I liked separating things out. Like I'm starting to find my groove in here and you can see how many things I had to get done for home here. A lot of home maintenance things. So yeah, some days are busier with lists, some days are shorter. So I like that a lot and the Daily Duo. So I get to start the new book for July and I'm excited for that. So definitely it's been a new thing for me to use a daily planner, but I also like being able to have, there's enough on the page here that if I'm on a phone call, I can just write notes in here and I always have it referenced in here and it's not on a piece of scrap paper somewhere. Like there's always plenty of paper to write something. If you're getting a quote for like windows, like I need to get a quote for patio screen, like I can just write it in here and it's in here and it's a book for home that I know. And that's why I like to keep it organized into one book instead of, I used to always have like my notepads where I'd write it in and then I'm like, oh, I keep it, you know, for a while and then it's gone. What I love back here is I actually have a clip and this clip here, I actually put in like coupons or things that I need to know that I need to go to. I stick it back here and this is really nice. I also have my whatever monthly stickers I used from Hand Can Plan or weekly dashboard stickers I have back here. I was redating this stuff, so I have my Erin Condren stickers back here. And yeah, so this is like just my little setup for my Daily Duo and I really love it. Okay, so to recap, I have the Luna as my home like dashboard and I have the Daily Duo from Erin Condren as my home planner. And this kind of stays on my desk and just really helps me plan out not just the week, but like details for the day. And I really love this. So these two kind of work together. And this is the like large Scout size, which is I guess like 8.5 by 11. And this is a typical 7 by 9. Next up is my Erin Condren line vertical. And I have a Laurel Denise small rose planner. This one I changed the cover on. This is my content planner, and this is what I use every day. This is like, I am in this planner. This one I use maybe like a few times a week when I start wanting to plan things. So I have this little clip in from like this dashboard set from Erin Condren and set of 3. So I have my vision board in here. And then this was an 18-month planner. So I started in a little bit in September. I really wanted to try the line vertical. I do it very simply. I didn't even change the date on here. October, I started using more. I put in like all of the info for launches for the month from the different brands using different color coding. I was just kind of playing things out here, but it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. And in the back, I do put notes for meetings, so that's a little confidential. And then June, I didn't have time to get the stuff down, but here, like, you know, I put some stats, some things to do. It's not always perfect, but like notes for things that I wanted that were coming up that I'm doing. So that's in here, and that's my line vertical, and that keeps me going. And then this is my small rose. which I changed the cover of. And then in here, I plan out my YouTube channel here. And this was like social media, Instagram, TikTok, but I stopped doing that because it was too much. So I like doing the Kanban in here. I was gonna do another flip through video for you guys, but I may or may not have time. So like just really simple stuff. Sometimes I don't even decorate. And what I plan to do is I'm going to move into this one for July. So maybe we can set this up together. This one for July. And I even tried, I got these block inserts and these things to see, because this one is way more light and portable. So if I was gonna go to a cafe, or if I was gonna go even like somewhere else in my house, sometimes it's easier just to carry this and have a little like, you know, pen pouch with me. And I can plan out certain things or have ideas or write down notes. So I really like this. I thought it was, you know, I didn't really need to buy another one, but I really like this cover. And we'll see. I also ordered the new discbound stuff coming, so I could try and like make my own small rose, even though they weren't offering rose. So we'll see if I do that. But I could take this out and put that in there possibly, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna just try and go through and do an academic year, since with launches for products, it's easier to use this for an academic year rather than the whole calendar year. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So basically you can see for my system for content, I just have two together. One is like my kind of nitty-gritty detailed planner and like notebook. It's sort of like a notebook system. And then this is more like an overview, my Kanban, and like helping me like figure things out more kind of like bird's eye view way. So in a way, this is like my dashboard of like figuring things out. And this is like my nitty-gritty planner, which Erin Condren is like I love their new toile design. I love what they're doing. They're really improving and listening how to organize your life. So I really get things done with Erin Condren. I'm just used to the whole system. They are coming out with new softbound planners, and they are so beautiful. And they are coming out for the first time with A5 softbound ones, which I may use as sort of a notebook in a way, because I think it's great for meeting notes, for creative things I want to do, to write more. Because sometimes I feel like when I use my Laurel Denise, when you have these inserts in here, it blocks you from seeing stuff on the side, which I was using like a plastic insert in here. It covers it up. So it's kind of nice to see in this layout, like for here, that you can see the whole, like this is just very simple, the small rows. You can see the month and then like your tasks and stuff. So I kind of want to see how I want to use that. So if I do bring that in, I am going to be reviewing that for you guys. If I do bring that into my system, I will let you guys know. But right now I'm thinking of using it more like a notebook, and you know, I'm not sure if I would take this out of rotation. I do love the line vertical and it keeps things organized for me. But if I do, definitely will let you know as well. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I've linked every planner and journal I've mentioned in this video in the description box, and also some corresponding videos which you may be interested in that dive deeper into each of these planners. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. And if you like planner content like this, if you like planners and stationery, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.